Hey guys, so welcome back. If you remember from the last video, essentially we're trying to take Bolton Wanderers back to the Premier League. In the first season we avoided relegation from League One, so that was with the minus 12 point deficit. We finished, I think, 15th quite comfortably, and now we're looking to build on that squad that we're keeping together, add a few players where we can, and basically maybe push on for, I'm thinking playoffs max. Really, I don't think we can be shooting any further than that. I think even if we don't make playoffs, it's not the end of the world, but we're basically building a team and trying to invest in the youth quite a lot. But there's one glaring error I need a striker. Okay, I've gone through pre-season. We're about to start the season. As you can see here, we'll have our first league game against Mansfield. I mean, we killed pre-season, and I don't mean we killed it because we played like a billion friendlies, as you can see here, but we beat a lot of teams in the Championship. So Forest we drew with Leeds, we beat Oxford, who got promoted to the Championship, we beat Donny, fucking smashed them 4-1, drew with Oldham, we didn't lose actually, there you go, that's an easy way to say, we didn't lose over our 9 or 10 friendlies. A lot of clean sheets there as well. Bloody hell. Yeah, 4 clean sheets in a row of our last friendlies. And it may look like we're scoring a lot of goals, but they're all from different players. And what we're lacking is a striker who's going to get those goals. We need a Gary goals, and I'm asking you guys, our YouTube fan base, to tell me who we can buy. I'm going to tell you what we got in terms of budget, and then hopefully you guys can come up with something for me. I can get this player in before the transfer window finishes, and then we'll go on to win the season comfortably, win the League One title with your help, maybe. So in terms of our squad and tactics, we basically try to keep the same team as last season, keeping the same players on loan. I'll just show you our starting lineup. So tactic-wise, we're playing basically 5-4-1. Last season we had the wing backs basically playing further back. You know, we're trying to survive, but this season I want to push on a bit, attack a bit more, go at the bigger teams. So these wing backs are going to be pushing on like that. In goal we got Remy Matthews, same keeper as last season, and then centre backs, Brockbank, he's only 21, Boone, he's 19. That's the same. Earl on the left and Josh Emmanuel on the right. That's exactly the same as last season as well. So the only change in the back five is Japhet Tanganga. He's 21 as well. He was a free transfer. I usually have Jack Hobbs, who's sort of 31, veteran of the game, class in there, but I couldn't say no to this. Basically, you'll know hopefully the name Tanganga. So basically he was the breakthrough prospect from Tottenham this season. Tottenham had a pretty poor season in real life, but Tanganga was one of their shining lights. He broke through into the centre back position, and that's where we're going to be playing him. So that's a great addition. In the midfield, Joe Ledley, captain, our king, round of applause. He'll be staying there doing bits, basically all the doggy work, things the other centre midfielder doesn't want to do, and that's because the other centre midfielder is 19-year-old Ronan Darcy. Our coach is telling us he could reach Premier League level, so he is one of few players with that sort of potential in our squad. So I want to be playing him as much as possible. He's got good technique, passing, it's all right pace and strength, 14 for decisions. You know, as a teenager, that's nice stuff. Going forward on the wings, Miguel Olavide, he's on the right, he played last season, and we've got an addition on the left, and that is Ben Woodburn on loan. Hoping this is going to bring us quite a lot of goals. So he was on loan last season with Oxford in League One, and he scored 11 in total, 9 in the league. So if he can bring similar, or maybe a couple more from that left-hand side, then that's going to be a great help to us. The reason why I managed to get him is by setting up a feeder club. Is it called a feeder club? We're basically Liverpool. We've set up a partnership with Liverpool. You can do that by going to your boardroom somewhere, and here we go, making a request, networking I think it was, and basically setting up a affiliate club, and basically we set one up with Liverpool so we can sign Liverpool players on loan for free without paying any of their wages. I was looking at the teams that the board put forward, and they had Liverpool, they had Man City. I just thought Liverpool's under 23 squad was pretty quality. We've also got a left back on loan from them. So that's the starting lineup. It's looking good, to be honest with you. Josh Emmanuel is on loan as well. So we've got two loanees down the left hand side who both have a lot of potential for the Premier League. The rest of the team is very young. I think our average age is 23 and the average age of League One is 25. So I like it. I like a young team. The problem is our forward. So we play with a pressing forward, but we could play with an advanced forward, works just as well. Kind of. Bit of an issue there. But that could be resolved. Pressing forward's the best idea. I don't want a target man. I don't want a deep line forward either. I want either an advanced forward, pressing forward, or maybe a complete forward. That would work for us, really. Pressing forward would be the preference. So the problem is, at the moment, all we've got is young Eddie Brown. His stats are decent. They look all right. 12s across the board for all the things you want as a striker. He's got good potential. Last season, he scored 10. Is that going to be enough for us if we're looking for promotion? No, I don't think it is. I think we want someone who's going to be banging in 15, 20 at League One. And he's had a bit of a poor pre-season. Played 6, didn't score any. So I'm not brimming with confidence now heading into the season in terms of going forward, because all we've got on the bench is Obafemi Martins in terms of strikers, and I signed Obafemi Martins because he's Obafemi Martins. He's pretty damn old now. He's 35. His acceleration is down to 7. He can't last more than 10, 20 minutes max coming off the bench. So in terms of starting strikers, I need someone and I need your help. I will give you some idea of who we were looking at. So there was three players. The first one was Omar Bogle. Omar Bogle is a free agent. He plays for QPR in real life. Cardiff, sorry. He's never scored a lot of goals in his career above League 2 level, but his stats are decent for a League 1 striker, pace, finishing. But I decided against him, and I decided that after taking him on a trial and playing a lot of the trial games. And the person who was doing better was this geezer, Dominic Samuel. And Dominic Samuel, his current ability and his potential is a lot higher. He's a pressing forward, which suits us perfectly. Again, hasn't scored a lot of goals in real life, but he'll be stepping down from the Championship for your regular game time. I'm working on a contract with him at the moment, putting an offer, but there's others there. So Lincoln, Oxford and Portsmouth. So I don't think we're actually going to get him. That's why I want you guys. There is one striker who, if we got this guy, then we would have been saved. So Jakob Johansson, okay? I want you to look at this guy, whether you're starting the game now or you're already into a few seasons. So basically, he was the top goal scorer for the Norwegian second division. And you can see that here. Played 32, scored 15. So that's where I saw him. And I went about trying to sign him. And look at that. Genoa signed him just for 68k. So we were trying to sign him. Obviously, we had 60k in the locker. Breezy money that. But obviously, he chose Genoa over us. You can't fully see his stats because I haven't got the scout report properly. I don't have the money for that. But what we can see already looks pretty decent for a 21-year-old striker who's scored 16 goals in all competitions in his sort of debut season properly. So unfortunately, Genoa snapped him up and that's why I'm now asking you guys to give me help on a striker, because I have no idea left who we can get. I've tried signing lots of players, I'm not getting anywhere, so please help me find a striker to buy. What have we got in the kitty for you? We've got 475,000. That's a lot. I've been saving my pennies for you guys. So we've got 475,000 to spend. Maybe up to 500-ish. I'm not sure how that will affect our wage budget. In terms of wage for this player, I'm thinking around 6,000-7,000 max per week. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at a striker who's going to cost us 450,000 max, who's 6,000 or 7,000 grand a week in wages. League One level is going to get us 15-20 goals. Age isn't overly important. I'd rather a young striker, but at the end of the day, it's the goals we're looking at. Okay, so that is your task for me in this video, guys. Find me a striker, please, because I am desperate. I'll sign out on that note. I think, I'm not sure how long this video is running, but the last one was 30 minutes, which was far too long. So remember to subscribe to the channel. Remember to comment below telling me who we could sign for Bolton. I will then bring someone in based on those comments, and then we'll do another few more games, see how the start of the season's going, and I'll check back in. Alright, thanks a lot, guys. Remember to comment, subscribe, and like. Elecspo out.